This special squad walks through the dense jungle, but I didn't notice the roots under my feet. It actually moved. The next moment, a soldier was hung. The crowd was horrified to find. Above his head lies a green behemoth. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of Skull Island's dangerous land. Distance. There is a huge crisis approaching. It roared angrily and looked into the distance, obviously ready for a life and death battle. The story continues from the end of the previous issue. A giant beast that was once called an undersea god by the local natives, landing on the Australian coastline. The whole world instantly panicked. Face such a powerful creature. The military's response is simple and crude. TAT-2T 20405, that is to use the latest nuclear weapons. It didn't take long for a fleet of 20 warships, loaded with weapons, towards this sea. The commander swore they will be reenacting Operation Godslayer at Bikini Atoll. However, right near the monster's habitat, an even crazier plan is brewing. Experienced veteran Lee Shore, you have to use magic to defeat magic. I saw him skillfully start the gamma ray simulator. Intends to summon the most powerful Godzilla on Earth. He wants to make 2 titan behemoths engage in a god-level showdown. And in the nuclear strike and the behemoth duel, outside of these 2 plans, someone even proposed more incredible plan. Kate and Keiko break in, command ship of the Imperial Organization. They firmly believe that the underwater behemoth is not hostile. According to Dr. Billy's research, Poseidon behemoths follow a fixed migration route, traveling around the world for hundreds of years. There has never been a record of attacking humans. Now it is just a subject of what this behemoth needs is salvation, not destruction. And Kate even vowed to say, you can have wonderful psychic inductions with giant beasts. Be sure to pull the other party back to the original track. This statement sounds like a fantasy in the military. But Kate uses a cold reality. Persuaded the director. They only have 3 hours to communicate. If it fails, the military can still drop bombs. And the price paid for this. It's just that they, the descendants of Landa who have long wanted to get rid of. Speaking of this, the military has no reason not to agree. But just when Kate Keiko was about to leave, cracks within the team also quietly appeared. Kentaro, these days, I have always been haunted by my father's death. He thinks from the bottom of his heart, it is the result caused by Sister Kate. For this reason, it is also quietly and meeting of the daughter of the founder of Vertex Company. I don't know if the 2 of them are in private. What agreement was reached? It didn't take long for Kate, Keiko and Kentaro boarded the helicopter heading to the coast. But I don't want to be when I am about to arrive at my destination. The loud roar alarmed the birds around the behemoth. Be careful, everyone. Under continuous impacts, the plane instantly lost control and spun and fell to the ground. But what is surprising is 3 people who fell so high were unscathed. Shore has long noticed the situation here. He greeted him with a straight face. Attitude indifferently declares, it's too late. The bait to attract Godzilla has been released. The king of monsters is on his way. It turns out that Shore is not lying. Space passage in the depths of the South Pacific. The originally sleeping Godzilla slowly awakened as if receiving a call. But Keiko and Kate here still don't give up. Whatever you say, try a peaceful solution. Shore smiled after hearing this. He believes that in this world where behemoths are rampant, the coexistence of humans and behemoths is nothing more than a fool's dream. Concepts, they are on opposite sides. I just know that we have to make the sea god beast. 2 former partners and prospective lovers. Now because of different concepts, they are on opposite sides. I just know that we have to make the sea god beast return to the original migration route. However, Kate here doesn't care so much. I saw her walk straight to the monster, trying to start a spiritual link, lead the other person back to their original migration route. Unexpectedly, this trick really works. Instead of attacking the approaching Kate, and slowly loosen the body. But I don't want the next scene. Everyone in the audience was stunned. I saw the center of the behemoth's lair. There is a vibrant dome lying. It turns out that the Poseidon behemoth is not an invader, but a mother who is about to give birth. This discovery subverted almost everyone's perception. Kentaro was the first to regain his sanity. People. Be on standby nearby. It turned out that the other party had already sent a team of people. Be on standby nearby. Now I heard that the giant beast actually gave birth to a giant egg. Isha excitedly delivered the latest instructions. Take that dome at all costs. I saw several military vehicles coming rapidly from a distance. Kate immediately realizes that her brother has betrayed, and her whole heart gradually sank to the bottom. At this time, the alarm of the command center of the Imperial Organization suddenly sounded. Speed. The person in charge immediately contacted the U.S. giant ship. Godzilla the behemoth has appeared. He asked the military to postpone the attack after landing. And the sea god behemoth here also perceived Godzilla's approach. The eyes look vigilantly into the distance from time to time. The 2 behemoths haven't met yet. Exchange any pleasantries. With a roar, he rushed towards the other party. The 2 titan behemoths don't exchange any pleasantries. With a roar, he rushed towards the other party. And Aisha's private army. It was also done at this time. They carefully bypass the battlefield, rush straight towards the dome. And the battle here has entered a fever pitch. Waves and yellow sand are lifted at the same time, just when the two monsters are in full swing. Issa's men have already used helicopters to hoist the dome. The sea god monster here finally found out that his child had been stolen, roared angrily to the sky and ran away on the spot. Even Godzilla was beaten back and forth. In desperation, it finally activated the atomic breath. The fiery energy is like a sharp blade, tear the entire coastline. The Poseidon dodged the attack. At this time, it doesn't care about fighting Godzilla. Appearance still has the slightest demeanor of the past. It's completely a desperate struggle. Mothers who want to protect their children. Godzilla apparently has no intention of giving up. Either two monsters chase and escape, cruising quickly in the sea. And the outpost command ship of the Imperial Organization followed closely behind. Keiko and Shore are always watching the movements ahead. After discovering two monsters approaching Skull Island, then the action stopped. Dived into the sea. Then he turned around and dived into the sea. Shore on the ship is full of loss. Apparently his strategy to drive away the wolf and devour the tiger failed. Godzilla did not kill all. Instead, drive the Poseidon too. The sea area of Skull Island was successfully retired. Shore shrugged helplessly. Now only Kiko's plan can be implemented. Find a way to send the Poseidon back to his hometown. They also have to figure out one thing. That's what Kentaro wants to do. And at this time, the main owner, sitting in Issa's helicopter, Kate followed aside every step of the way. She was worried about her half-brother. What stupid things to be bewitched. She unceremoniously took it for herself. Steadily lower the dome of the sea god beast on a flat ground. Isha led the crowd to a secret base. This was originally an abandoned outpost of the Imperial Organization. She unceremoniously took it for herself. But it is said that this is waste utilization. Walk into the bustling command room. Isha finally said her purpose. Kate's grandfather, Billy, was around the globe, discovered a tunnel crack leading to the inner world, and he also speculates that on Skull Island, there is a hub to all places. Isha intends to open and find this most stable tunnel crack. Kate was full of doubts. This rift only leads to the inner world. There is no practical use for. Isha smiled. In her opinion, this is the natural time machine. 1 day inside and 1 year outside. This is definitely a cure for terminal illnesses. The best way to see the future. But to fully master this tunnel crack, the biggest threat on the island must be eliminated before King Kong can do it. That's why Isha went to great lengths. Bring the Poseidon over. The purpose is to let the two kill each other. Kate knows how to open a tunnel crack. Unforeseen disasters. She tries to wake up her brother. No matter what you do, you can't bring Dad back to life. But Kentaro never said a word. It seems that he is determined to stand on Issa's side. A playful smile appeared on Issa's face. I think Kate is too much of a hindrance. Plans to send a helicopter to send her out. Because the news has already come from the subordinates. The ships organized by the Emperor have already docked 1 step ahead. And the sea beast still has 12 minutes to land on the island. However, King Kong seems to have sensed the crisis. It is rapidly approaching the shore. Isha was prepared for this. Brainless King Kong was really fooled. The accompanying sound emitted the roar of the Poseidon. The brainless King Kong was really fooled, chasing the helicopter towards the deep mountains and old forests. And at this time, Keiko Shore, together with the armed personnel of the Imperial Organization, quietly landed on the dangerous King Kong Island. Xiaomei held the tracker in her hand. This can locate the coordinates of the Poseidon at all times. Be sure to send it back to the inner world. Try not to die. Obey. Pipe pipe pipe. And Keiko was studying Billy's notes. A strange phenomenon was also found. Migration routes of all behemoths. All of them are based on Skull Island as the midpoint. She speculated that there must be here naturally stable tunnel crevices. If you want to send the sea beast home, this crack must be found to be. The group carefully weaves through the woods. Suddenly someone was suspended in the air by a rhizome. Everyone looked up in horror. A green giant appeared on the treetops. The guard squad is almost half damaged. This is enough to escape the monster's attack range. However, Shore and Keiko were separated from. The signal from the walkie-talkie is also intermittent. In the end, the two decided to go it alone. Tim takes people to continue tracking the behemoth. They went to find the tunnel crack. Come to the stands on the cliff. Come to the stands on the cliff. She wants the other party to witness the birth of a miracle. I saw a loud roar from the jungle in the distance. The Poseidon behemoth has finally landed on the island. Follow the familiar smell. It quickly approached the open space where the dome was located. When the behemoth arrived at the established position, Isha hurriedly gave the order. Countless metal jets were found in the mud. Anesthetic. I saw the other party roaring weakly. The next moment he fell to the ground and lost consciousness. Kate was forcibly escorted into a helicopter not far away. I happened to see this scene. So while the pilot was not paying attention, she quickly escaped from the cabin. After returning to base again, she utilizes communication devices. Get in touch with Xiaomei in the jungle. After revealing Issa's overall plan, Kate also marked her location by the way. Tim's expression changed drastically after hearing this. They must get there before King Kong. And at this time Isha triumphantly came to the behemoth. This powerful toxin does not last long. They must access, as soon as possible, neural control system. Wait until everything is ready. The staff turned on the control switch. I saw the sea god beast slowly stand up. The neural control system of access plays a role. The strong electric shock stimulated its most primitive animal. A furious roar resounded desire throughout the island. King Kong in the depths of the jungle felt to suddenly come over. Also roared and rushed towards the base. At this time, Kate hiding in Tibet. I happened to see the dome placed in the warehouse. She is preparing to activate psychic communication skills. But I didn't want my brother Kentaro to suddenly come over. Kate intends to return the dome to the Poseidon. This might stop it from fighting King Kong. However, Kentaro doesn't care at all. The life and death of two behemoths. At this time, he finally said the reason for cooperating with Isha. That is with the help of the time shuttle. Find a way to save your father. Also encountered an expedition team. Presumably they were sent by Issa. Look for the tunnel crack. Walk through the steep canyon. Two people come to a basin full of bones. There are many giant beast skeletons scattered here. The air is filled with the breath of death. Something really bad happened here. The sharp-eyed Keiko in the ruins. Discover a familiar backpack. She recognized it at a glance as Billy's relic. All the signs are indicated. Billy died here. The next moment, Keiko was like a chicken blood. She knows Billy's character very well. There must be something hidden here. Secrets more important than life. The two walked around the basin in a big circle. Shore noticed a flash of metallic luster in front of him. Go up and take a look. It turned out to be a round metal detector. Immediately afterwards, they found several more nearby. The tail of the detector is marked with a yellow marking. They are all from all over the world. Vintage from the 60s to the 70s. 1972, Kazakhstan. After reading it, Keiko suddenly realized. Unfortunately, he died here at that time. Finally, they all converge on. Skull Island is the main hub here. Unfortunately, he died here at that time. Did not witness his own speculation. What shocked Keiko even more was, each detector contains a yellowed note. Above is Billy's scribbled handwriting. The content is at the wedding. The oath he couldn't say. Wherever you take this love, I will follow you to the ends of the earth. And even further, pipe. At this time, Keiko finally woke up. Since falling into a crack in the tunnel, Billy never gave up on her. These detectors thrown into the cracks is the best proof. The above is Monster Legacy. Episodes 8 and 9 of the second season. Next week will usher in the season finale. If you like it, please continue to pay attention to. See you next time.